Hello, everyone, and welcome to our commentary of the 1983 version of Scarface, the most famous one of the bunch.
Oh, gee, what a shock. Al Pacino in a movie about gangsters. Never seen that before.
Yeah, twice before this point, even at least twice, anyway. And we decided to bring in a little friend.
Yes, replacing Pedro will be our token female of the group. I mean, our loving Welsh member of the group.
Hello,
Yes.
hello, token Welsh member.
Hello.
Yeah,
Bit of
yeah,
an
that,
unusual kind of token member, but
yeah,
yes.
that's your new name from now on, token
Token
Welsh.
Welsh person.
Yeah. All right. Since this is a long movie, let's not beat about the bush. Start before the ye old classic Universal logo. In 3, 2, 1, click. So,
Wow,
in regards
really
to
old classic Universal Pictures logo. This is the same one from The Wiz, just with a different
all
theme.
right. So in terms of who was involved in the movie, obviously you got Al Pacino as the star. And the film was directed by Brian De Palma, who would later go on to helm the first Mission Impossible
Let's
movie.
see, in May 1980, Fidel
And
Castro opened the harbor at Murcia, Cuba, with the apparent intention of letting some of his people join their relatives in the United States.
and it was written by Oliver Stone, who would later go on to be a director in his own right,
Within 72
directing
hours,
films
3,000
such
U.S.
as
boats were headed for
Wall
Cuba. It soon
Street,
became evident that Castro was
JFK, and
forcing the
so
boat
on.
owners to carry back with them not only their relatives, but the dregs of his jails, of the 125,000 refugees, blah, blah,
They
blah,
are
blah,
willing
blah,
to adapt to
Florida.
the spirit of our revolution. We don't want them. We don't need them. Also, this movie is also famous for its soundtrack composed by Italian composer Giorgio Moroder.
So, why don't you tell us, Dwib, so what separates this Al Pacino gangster film from the other famous Al Pacino gangster films?
This one is definitely one of the most 80s movies ever made.
Mm-hmm. And once again, despite the movie being called Scarface, it doesn't really have anything to do with Al Capone. Just like the 32 film.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, while the general plot of this movie is the same as the 1932 movie, how this film executes it is radically different.
Oh, do tell.
Well, I mean, it's longer for a start, way longer.
Is it also the case of up and coming young fledgling ends up becoming the head of a criminal organization but ends up getting in over his head?
Gee, Jover, it's like you've seen that film before. Hey, look, that guy from Star Trek Insurrection.
To be fair, I did see the 32 version. Yeah, that's the thing. Unlike most people, I saw the 32 version first. It's a classic black and white picture. Although it's been quite a few years since we commentated on it, now that I think about it.
Yeah. This movie score is entirely done with synthesizer, and it's one of the it's one of the entirely synth movie scores I actually really like.
So, you may know of this movie from a lot of avenues here. You may know it because of Al Pacino, or you may know it because Activision, of all companies, published pretty much...
Sierra.
Well, Sierra under Activision, and it was made by Radical Entertainment. Essentially, what it was sort of a sequel to this movie. I say sort of because it has to do with spoilers regarding the end of the film, but let's just say it continues the plot. And I'll explain more when we get to the end. So, yeah, that'll come in like over 2 hours later. Bear with me.
Yeah. Us.
So, is the setting the same as the first Scarface movie?
No, I think that one was in New York. This one's set in Miami.
Go figure. There he is, the man himself, Al Pacino. Also, weird, I thought your father was Marlon Brando.
It turns out it was his body double that died in the Godfather Part 1.
What, Robert De Niro?
Very fun. But hey, at least he has a scar on his face.
Yeah, again,
It counts, I guess.
I guess this one didn't want to tie in as much with Al Capone, whereas the 32 version, that I think that one had to do with the era of Al Capone and whatnot.
Well, yeah, this is the 80s. The Al Capone thing had pretty much worn out.
So I guess giving him an actual scar on his face helps him stand out.
Mm. Oh, an interesting thing, Oliver Stone, he apparently wrote the script while he himself was having a cocaine addiction.
Huh. Interesting.
What's vagrancy?
Vagrancy. That's a form of crime, I believe. Let me look it up, though. Ah, a state of living as a vagrant, which means being homeless.
Ah. You sweetheart.
It's so weird seeing the 80s try to pretend to be the 30s and 40s. Because...
Well, everyone's dressed like the 80s.
well, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, that's the point.
That's my point. They're dressed like the 80s, but they're speaking like they're in the 30s or 40s, as they would put it. It's weird.
Also, all these cops are dubbed for some reason.
Huh. To make them more menacing?
I don't know. Yeah, from his perspective, Cuba wasn't a very nice place to live in.
I imagine. So, what is this, another case of, I believe in America. America has made my fortune.
Did you mean wacky Halloween part?
And just to emphasize, there's a picture of Jimmy Carter.
When did Reagan become president?
Sometime in the 80s, later down with the Cold War. He defeated Carter for re-election, if I recall correctly.
Aye. Sanitation.
Yes, that's the same industry that Pinstripe Potterer went into after Crash One.
It's sad. Yeah, he got it wrong. It was supposed to be sanitarium. Sanitarium.
Those are very different words.
Yes, they are.
One month later. So yeah, they've been stuck in this place called Freedom Town. Basically, this is where they put the Cuban refugees who haven't been fully processed to live with a green card in the States yet.
Yeah. Those are trying times of the Cold War. Foreign policy and all that. Fun fact, actually, it's funny I mentioned The Wiz because guess what? Apparently, our good old pal Sidney Lumet was initially supposed to direct this film, but he was replaced by De Palma, who hired Stone to write the script. Oliver Stone. It's an interesting remake take, though. Whereas with the 32 version seemed to be more of like, a straight up gangster movie, this one seems to be taking a bit of a different angle.
So yeah, we got Manny here, one of Tony's friends, played by Stephen Bauer.
So, this film is a bit of an interesting case. When it was first released, it got absolutely terrible critical reception. However, in the years that have followed, critics have reappraised it, and it's now considered one of the best films in the crime genre, and one of the greatest remakes ever made. So, yeah, that was quite a turnaround.
Why did that change happen?
Dibs?
Sorry?
Any idea why the change happened?
Or the change of director?
No, the complete, shift in mood from the critics.
I'm not sure actually. Maybe it was played so much by TV they gave them time to reevaluate. But anyway, basically to get out of the whole we can't actually go to America properly yet because we don't have green cards thing. The task for these two now is to try and kill this guy named Rebenga, who's done a bunch of heinous stuff back in Cuba, and if they do that, he'll get them a green card.
In regards to why this initially got very bad reception, it was mainly due to the excessive violence and the overt amount of swearing here and there. People finding that
Isn't that kind of the point in a movie like this, though? Or at least, not the point, but just a big aspect of it?
Hundreds of Cuban refugees began rioting this morning at the detention center, burning tents and attacking immigration and naturalization guards with pipes, sticks, and rocks.
You see, Shiroi, I guess to some people they saw it as excessive and gratuitous. Maybe that has to do with later reevaluations, I suppose. Considering how a lot of this is probably also social commentary, considering, again, ever so wonderful foreign policies in the 80s, including how we treated refugees and whatnot in America.
I'm guessing hindsight caused the shift then.
Yeah. A funny thing about the about Brian De Palma, when he submitted the cut of this film to the MPAA, they gave the film an X rating.
Huh.
Oh,
An
what?
X rating means not many theaters are going to show the movie.
Oh.
So we tried 2 more cuts of the movie, and it still got the X rating. So De Palma didn't want to cut the film anymore, and so a bunch of experts had to argue for the movie so that the MPAA would give it an R rating. However, De Palma just snuck out the first cut to theaters.
Wow. That's ballsy.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, from what I can tell, this is definitely a case of a movie that had a lot going against it, but wouldn't you know, Shock of All Shocks would later go on to be one of the most renowned films in its particular genre here. To the point where, if you hear people talk about Scarface, chances are more likely that they're talking about the 80s version than the 30s version. And mind you, the 30s version has been submitted to the National Film Registry as one of the greatest films of all time, so yeah, that's not a small feat.
Nope. Wow. Guys, so what's wrong with that guy's stomach? Should we...
Well, he seems to be holding it, and oh, yeah. Well, back to rioting.
We'll just go around him, it's fine. Oh, nope, we're going over him too.
Dang.
So yeah, they finally get their green card.
Nice.
Also, in terms of the Cuban representation in this movie, there are only, of all the main actors, only 2 of them are actually Cuban.
Huh.
Al Pacino is Sicilian American, and there's some, and amongst some other members of the cast, we have descents ranging from Italian, Jewish, Puerto Rican, part Syrian as well. or part Syrian, part Italian. In the case of F. Murray Abraham's character, who we'll be seeing soon. So yeah, their dream shot in Miami isn't getting off to a bright start.
Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Come on, it's just doing plates. Okay, the subtitles that I've got for when they're speaking Spanish actually have the subtitles when they're speaking Spanish just have the text in Spanish, so I don't know what they're saying.
Well,
Jova,
they don't translate them, with raw subs on the movie. So
yeah,
Weird, ain't it?
Jova, you speak some Spanish, don't you?
Yeah.
Could you maybe give us a hand if we require it?
Sure, I'll try.
Onions did that to your hand. Okay. Here we are. I think this is it now. There's F. Murray Abraham's character. He plays Omar Suarez specifically. Now F. Murray Abraham would actually go on to be in a Star Trek movie.
Huh.
Unfortunately, it was Insurrection.
Hmm.
He played that guy whose skin has to be stretched.
That sounds lovely.
Well, the reasons they give... Okay, we're not there yet.
Huh.
And yeah, Tony doesn't have much of a temper.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, a drug deal.
Oh boy.
Okay. One thing that some people took from this movie is how you can do all these crazy stuff, and you can get the life. You can have the money and the house and the chicks and all that. Yet they seem to forget the ending. Yeah. How does he know that?
That I was about to ask, though I'd rather not know.
Maybe
Yeah.
he learned it in school.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that class.
I love this bit coming up.
Wow, good throw.
I retire. Okay, okay. I know your English is very good for a Cuban, Tony, but You have to say it properly because your time means you're not going to work again. And this is technically work right now. He thinks he's talking about the old lady. Yeah, come on, guys, focus.
I mean, if he likes him a bit older, you know.
I mean, yeah, that's your business, but you got a mission to do. Yeah, and by Miami Beach, we mean California for the most part.
It's okay. We can probably disguise one of California's beaches as Miami.
Well, I mean, it's a beach, I can imagine that wouldn't be too tricky. Also, you mounted the pavement there. You...
Asshole.
Yeah, they dock points for that in driving tests.
And yet people park on pavements all the time.
Well,
Really?
to be fair, Shiori, whenever I go with me dad's, I sometimes have to do that as well because there's no other space. Although at the very least, do my best to make sure I don't park on a double yellow line because that's flat illegal.
Hmm.
Besides, plenty of people do that around here anyway.
Well, double yellow parking.
No, just no. Having to park a bit on the pavement.
I don't often see people park on the sidewalk. I mean, unless it's lowered down. Come on, you can trust him.
Yeah, he's very friendly.
Seems chill.
Analog television back when there were only a few channels.
Yeah. Those were the days, I'm sure.
Actually, I remember the digital switch over.
Yeah, I do too, roughly.
Well, Shira, your country was the first to go all digital.
Huh.
Out of all of us. So, jug deal time.
Yeah.
What that program is?
Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
That sounds dodgy as shit.
Huh.
Oh god, yeah, now's not the time, mate.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I think I know what that means. Don't move.
Your other job probably doesn't seem so bad now, huh?
He seems to be taking this relatively well, all things considered. That is a very brave thing to say to a man who's holding a gun at your face.
Well, I could be holding a lot worse things than a gun.
Yeah, like whatever she's holding. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Or that.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah. Turn up the TV audio. I'm sure no one around nearer to you will hear a chainsaw.
Yeah, and this doesn't seem like the environment where you'd be sawing through any wood or anything.
Yeah. And also, strange. Tony's meant to be doing a drug deal, yet they're talking about something happening this morning. Manny, come on. Manny, if Tony dies because you're horny, you've got no one but yourself to blame.
Dang. Blood splatter.
Well, they're about to do the thing anyway. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. And fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ow.
To say the least. Dude, do your job.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, about fucking time.
Yeah, you took your time, didn't you?
Yeah, like, we're long past the point where you should realize something's up here.
I'm sure Angelo will incredibly appreciate your timing, Manny.
Did they still leave the front door open?
So, yeah. Come on, Manny. Better hurry up now.
Another thing won't start.
Otherwise, Tony will end up like Angelo, in pieces.
Up. Yeah, now you show up.
Oh.
Oh! Oh
Should be caught
boy.
him with the right bit.
Ow!
Now this reminds me of that one scene from Danganronpa.
Huh.
Wow, didn't think you could make a connection between Scarface and Danganronpa, but here we are.
Well, considering the violent deaths in Danganronpa, I can see how.
The blood there is a bit more colorful, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, quick, get the drugs as well.
Yeah. I mean, Angela literally died for those.
Well, so yeah, this is going to be a bit public, isn't it? Ooh. Yep. Right, in full view of dozens of people, Tony kills the drug dealer.
Honestly, don't think he would have survived for much longer anyway.
Couldn't take any chances, though.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can maybe try and argue that it was in self-defense considering what he did to Angelo, so... yeah.
Yeah, someone fucked up.
Unless Omar set them up.
Yeah, they even sound surprised it was successful.
Yeah. Oh my god, he survived. I mean, well done, Tony. You survived.
Uh-huh.
And yeah,
So-
probably best to take it to him yourself.
Yeah, and because you survived, you get to go and see the real brains of the operation.
Yes.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah, he looks like a very trustworthy guy, doesn't he?
Huh. Oh, does he now?
Oh yeah, super fun.
So, let's see. On a budget of $23.5 to $37 million, this one made a box office score of $66 million.
Not
What was the
bad.
original budget again? Sorry.
It apparently has a range of 23.5 to 37 million.
Okay.
A toast to a successful operation, and one guy being dead. But yeah, but hey, you know, he's very cordial about it at least. So yeah, now we're gonna be seeing his wife in a bit, played by pre-Batman pre-Batman Returns Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, goody.
One of the guys isn't gonna fall for her, is he?
Gee.
I'll take that as a maybe.
Let me
There
see.
Oh, there we fucking go. Immediately.
Let me guess. He falls in love with her, they co-conspire, he kills her husband, takes over the operation.
We'll see.
Unless
Even-
he just kills him himself.
Even though it's an adult film, they still do something like that wonderful montage cliche of love, played with a pop song.
Well, it was the 80s.
Yes, it was.
And also, despite that, I'm enjoying the movie so far.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, there's someone else off screen. 5.
I'm in no way foreshadowing anything.
We swear. So yeah, the Babylon Club, a location I often went to when I was playing Scarface: The World Is Yours.
Oh, yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about that game.
It's one of the better GTA clones.
And good tie-in material as well.
It's also got one of my favorite songs from the soundtrack from
Nice.
Debbie Harry.
Yep, that's definitely an 80s setting.
Yeah, everyone's dressed all gaudy, everything's brightly coloured.
Also, the pink hued lighting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you done one drug operation well. Let's try and give you an even bigger one, and also introduce you to some of the major players.
You've had a few.
What was your first clue?
Well, it's having fun at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, this definitely feels like a movie where the cast had fun.
Oh yeah. Well, Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, apparently, well, maybe not Michelle Pfeiffer. Although recently she has started to warm up to it.
Oh.
So yeah, Frank is played by the late Salvatore Robert Loggia.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I've got a drink actually. Yeah,
I,
well, not of alcohol, but I'll get one now.
I look forward to us working together and never betraying each other.
Absolutely, we're gonna be best. We're gonna be best Coke buddies for life.
Like all
But that's not
gangsters
how the
are.
story goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that song from Series of Events as well, Shiroi. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Oh, working with Fulmar. That's just dandy.
Oh yeah, it sounds like fun. I'm sure it will be fun. I'll be honest, I'm not much of a dancer.
Ooh.
I am after several.
Ah, I see.
Really? Huh. Guy is very okay with another man dancing with his wife. I guess he's not possessive. How nice of him.
What's it called when a married couple do agree to
Swinging.
have sex? Yeah, have sex with other people. Well, provided it doesn't go over set boundaries.
Yeah, swinging.
Yeah.
Either swinging or polyamory, but both of these are different, but the general rule applies.
Yeah.
The idea of polyamory is like, well, everyone is together in on the relationship. The idea of swinging is that
Yeah, but you can still have two people within a polyamorous relationship who are married.
True. Yeah.
That's why I said it.
Okay, if anyone's drunk, it must be Michelle Pfeiffer's character. Her face hasn't changed an octave this whole time.
Elvira Hancock.
Maybe she's one of those people who just, doesn't do as well at parties. So far, she more seems to be, the grounded one of her and her husband, all things considered.
Definitely. It's kind of ironic considering how she will later go on to be Catwoman.
Huh.
Completely legitimate.
She's not buying it.
Wow, yeah. I can see they're off to a good start.
Hey, that's a bit too far, my dude. Wow, I thought he was gonna be like, subtle flirting, I guess, but no, he's actually like, nah, I'm after her.
Aw, but he's such the charming rogue in that way, ain't he?
Sure, let's go with that.
Yes, the way she told you to piss off definitely means she likes you.
Yeah, it's the eyes, you see.
Her mouth was telling me to fuck off, but her eyes were saying something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, his friend's got a point. That's literally the boss's, wife.
Wife. Yeah.
That's kind of asking to get in trouble for that.
Like, so many other women, and you go for the wife of the man who can have your head on a platter at any moment?
Is the danger just a turn on? Would you say the world is yours?
Ha 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 ha. Okay, that's the end of the movie. Oh.
3 months later. I believe we may have stumbled onto the set of Jaws now. Oh, wait, never mind. No, we're still in Miami.
Well, Jaws is also Universal's.
True. God, imagine a crossover between The Wiz, Terminator, this, and Jaws.
That sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Well, unfortunately, Terminator's not part of Universal.
Still, it would be awesome.
That's a very specific dream you've got there.
Yes.
Uh, what? Yeah, I don't think he's actually going to try it. Yeah, they go crazy to get away from.
Or they go crazy on you by beating the hell out of you if you lick them like that. In spirit.
God. This is going to go well.
Oh, that went about as well as one could expect. Ha! I guess they cut out the middleman of being a genuine nice human being to the woman, but yeah. First money, then power, then you get the women.
Sure he did.
Huh. Stuck up.
Okay, so she doesn't like the Cadillac. Trying to get some.
It's funny because you'll end up being Catwoman later. Man, hindsight. Also, Janet, your mother was kind of involved in some seedy stuff back before she became the Wasp.
Apparently, there are a few. There were quite a few actresses considered to play the role of Elvira. There was a regular of Brian De Palma's Nancy Allen,
Huh.
but then Blowout happened.
Ah.
Al Pacino apparently wanted Glenn Close to play Elvira,
Huh.
but the
That-
producers apparently didn't think she was sexy enough.
Huh.
There's also Gina Davis, Carrie Fisher, Sharon Stone,
Hmm.
Rosanna Arquette, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Melanie Griffith, Kim Basinger, Kathleen Turner, and Jodie Foster, even Sigourney Weaver.
Wow. Quite a lot that
There's
they
even an
went
actress
through.
named There's even an actress named Brooke Shields, but apparently her mom made her turn the. Oh yeah,
Huh.
I mentioned earlier about De Palma sneaking the first cut of the movie to theaters.
Yes.
He thought that the cuts were so minor the executives wouldn't notice.
And what was the result?
Well, they only found out when he admitted to it on the home.
Huh. So when did they end up banging? She's basically an ice queen waiting to be defrosted, isn't she?
Wow. So now it's time for a family reunion.
How nice. Oh, his mom.
And his sister.
Hmm.
Sister Gina. Gee, I wonder how he got those presents.
Through legitimate and business matters.
Of course.
Oh.
To Gina from Tony, always.
Cute.
Also, yeah, the mom doesn't look too happy, though.
Hmm. Oh.
Made it, huh?
In what industry?
soap powder.
Right.
Well, I killed one guy, but he tried to kill me, so.
Hmm.
How lovely.
Hmm.
Oh, well, to be fair, he was stuck in Cuba.
So this is his family.
Yeah.
I assure you, you missed a really funny scene where Tony's friend tries to get with a woman by doing some weird thing with his tongue.
Oh, lovely.
It went about as well as you would imagine.
Yeah, sorry, Tony.
Hmm.
I mean, can you really blame her?
Hmm.
Well, hey, Mom told me to leave, so
Uh.
well, considering Tony's habit of it's a bit vague as to whether all that's true. What a nice sibling relationship these guys have. Yeah, just hide it somewhere.
Hmm.
So yeah, Gina's played by an actress named Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Interesting. And his mother's played by Miriam Cullen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the typical "my sister's off limits."
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And now off to Bolivia to meet one of the main antagonistic, well, not quite yet, but one of the main antagonistic characters of the movie, Sosa.
Oh?
played by Paul Sheehan. Unfortunately, he died 6 years after the came out.
Hmm.
Oh, and he was in The Secret of Nim.
Interesting.
Quite a shift going from a family film about a dark one, but still a family movie about rats, to a violent drug gang movie with Al Pacino. So yeah, because Frank's got in some legal trouble thanks to all his drug dealings, Tony and Omar have to go and represent him.
Of course. Wouldn't want to risk anything after all. Hmm.
So yeah, there's all sorts of logistics. I got to think about how far the deliverers can get the drugs before Tony and his gang pick them up and take it to the States. How much it's going to cost?
And the matter of
That's it.
cutting the Colombians out of a deal.
Which, if they notice, they're probably not going to be too happy about.
Hmm. Hmm.
He's getting brave.
Quite
Yeah,
brave.
hey, don't. Yeah, you can't deviate from Frank's instructions. Yeah, yeah. Fuck you, fuck you. I don't know about you guys, but I can't really eat.
Hmm.
Not because I'm allergic to it or anything, but it's just too sour. I mean, I can have them as part of juice or lemonade, lime and lemonade and all that stuff,
Hmm.
but never on its own. Don't yell.
Hmm. How nice.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, big house and everything.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Sure would be a shame if something bad were to happen to him. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh dear.
And there we go. That's it. Murray
Oh.
Abraham out of the film.
Not even gonna pull him back up. You're just gonna. All right.
No.
Yeah, leave him dangling there. Don't worry, he'll reincarnate as a crap Star Trek villain in about 15 years from this point.
Probably.
You can trust his organization. Yeah, he's smart.
It's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Yes, I'm sure my own men will beat me up to a pulp and hang me, leave me dangling by the neck from a helicopter.
It is what it is.
It's quite a way to go.
Yeah, I remember that bit from the 30s movie.
Hmm.
What, hanging people at the helicopter?
Yeah, okay, no. I promise. So yeah, how'd the deal go?
He may try to fuck you over, though. A little bit.
It's a lot.
This is them discussing how the movie's gonna go.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, he's got the Tony's become a maverick.
Hmm.
Funny story. We do get to see the the likes of Gomez and the Diaz brothers in the Scarface World Is Yours game.
Yeah. From what I've heard, that game actually has a lot of the actors returning for it. You know, Al Pacino was originally going to return as Tony, but he and the makers of the game kind of agreed that his voice wasn't quite what he used to, so he handpicked a sound-alike.
Sparks from Spyro.
I know, right? Also
Yeah.
saying Andre Diga. Oh god, I can't pronounce his last name.
Andre Soguluzo.
Well, it sure held together stronger than the line that held up Omar by his neck by that helicopter.
No?
Actually, I first heard about this movie actually from a little scene in the Fockers.
Was it a reference to that line?
Yeah, and it was literally the scene
Yes,
that
that
played on the TV.
pretty much.
And then a few years later, I watched the movie on Sky Movies.
Ah, yes, that line. I think that's the one thing almost everyone knows because, well, it's such an iconic line.
Well, it depends.
Dandy.
Well, that meeting went well.
Mm-hmm. Went better than Omar's meeting did. His meeting with death.
Tony, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm a married woman.
You don't seem to act like it, though.
Well, I am.
Sure,
So deal with it. What is scotch exactly?
It's a type of alcoholic beverage.
You guys ever had it?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, they had a bit of a falling out
Hmm.
with the Sosa deal. But hey, one thing's changed. Now Tony's not Frank's employee going after his wife. Now Tony is now Tony is the ex-employee going after his ex-boss's wife.
How interesting. You seem to.
I'm gonna bite. I don't think that's what she's worried about.
Yeah, I think she's more giving you a warning, dude.
Couldn't have told.
You were very subtle about it.
The music didn't clue me in at all.
I mean, you're more subtle about it than Manny was earlier on with the tongue.
Oh, God.
You think you're a bit thick there, suddenly bad children?
I love it. It's her first thing is, but what about Frank? Like, dang, I guess she's really all for it.
She changed her mind a little quickly.
Like clockwork.
Uh-huh. Well, let's have a little nice relaxing night club.
The soundtrack is very fun considering everything that's going on.
Yeah. Well, it's like even this.
Oh.
Tony,
Sure about the
let's
soundtrack
not
being
get
fun,
too.
Shiori?
Tony, let's not get too
It changed a little bit.
overprotective.
Breathe.
Yeah. Giorgio, Giorgio wanted to play with a synthesizer. Ah.
Well, that's all the excuse I need.
Mel Bernstein.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't killed any. It's
Lately.
like that meat. It's like that meat you have at work. Murder free for 500 days or something like. Bernstein's played by Harris Yulin.
Interesting.
He would later go on to be in Ghostbusters 2, Training Day, Frasier.
Nice.
Yeah, basically he's a cop
Of course.
working in the narcotics division.
Which means drugs would be of massive interest to him.
Huh.
Interesting. Ha! Interesting agreement. Oh, don't worry. Arnold Schwarzenegger's taking care of DEA. That's a thing later down the line. Oh, God, that sabotage sucked.
Well, Arnie's not here, so. Hi, Frank.
Hmm.
London in the 80s.
Oh, boy.
Let's see how
Yeah.
that goes.
You sure about that, mate?
Well, it's every day you're not dead.
Hi.
Ooh, wow.
Why, before he doesn't work for you anymore.
You're making a mistake.
A grave mistake. Wow,
You'll just give someone else orders, and it won't be good for you.
Oh, boy.
Tony? Boy, this isn't gonna go well, is it?
Well, at least he's not literally seeing red. Yet.
Oh.
Nope, there you go.
Didn't go well, is it?
That was his sister, right?
Yes. Oh boy. Yeah, that was sure a heck of a lot of nothing you looked like you were doing. On the one hand, doing it on a toilet seat would probably not really be that dignified. On the other hand, yeah, Tony, you may need to take a few chill pills as well.
Yeah, especially considering this is the one blood relative who actually decided to stick by you.
Yeah.
Again, I still
Okay,
don't.
I think I've
I-
seen there's overprotectiveness and
This is a little extreme.
There's there's overprotective and then there's overbearing.
Yeah, this is getting weird.
Lauren Hardy in Spanish. Yeah, this guy's alright. These guys don't seem to be laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's not a very good comedy stick, but
Oh no. They're gonna end up banging, aren't they?
yeah, and I'm sure Tony will handle the grace and maturity you can imagine.
I mean, what he doesn't know won't hurt them?
That's pretty much the case. Of course, if he figures out, you may want to leave the country.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, again, don't get me wrong. Tony was going too far, but I don't think that's the kind of guy you really want to get involved with, honey.
Also, while, getting together in nightclubs is like a common thing, not very sanitary.
Yeah.
Now we've got um uh,
What is going on?
Frank Sinatra apparently.
There it is.
And I know him well enough to know that he would probably kill me, behead me, shoot me, and poison me if I so much as looked at
And
you
yet
the
he
wrong way.
still didn't actually deny it.
Oh god, is she gonna Marty McFly him into doing her? Waiting for just the right moment, aren't they?
Come on, we're gonna shoot him or what? I can't take the comedy stick anymore.
Suppose this is about as risky as being a court jester, so...
Oh?
And he got shot. Come on, the outlaw that great. We didn't have to kill him.
Just have to make sure.
Yep. Great spot there, guys.
Oh! Hoist by his own petard. Or rather killed by the light that he kind of caused to fall. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's all on the phone, mate. Yeah, oh, don't get it mixed up, all right? The Little Lopez's.
Hmm.
So yeah, but it took you like a minute to come up with that name. Fell over. Yeah, and spoiled me too while they were at it.
Hmm. I'm sure you are.
So yeah, guys, who do you think ordered the hit on Tony?
It could be anyone. It could be right in front of him.
What do you think, Shuri?
Hmm?
Who do you think ordered the hit on Tony?
Hmm.
I'm guessing it was Frank. Uh-oh.
Why did you have to come now? Yeah, sure, it's Elvira.
Huh.
Yeah, it was like this because Tony told him to call free. Yeah, but they were quite big differences, mate.
A cucaracha.
It's not
Yes.
going to help you. Yeah. Sorry,
You're on
the
your
cops are going
own.
to bail you out of this one.
Huh, so you admit it. On the one hand, I did nearly die.
So hang on, you won't cough up $5 million so, and yet you're going to bribe Tony with 10 million.
I suppose with his life on the line, money is no object. Deal or no deal?
Yeah, this is
He literally has him on his hands and knees.
true. True. I mean, Frank Lopez is. I mean, he's just the guy who just like do this for me and doesn't do anything himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, I love this bit. Yep. He just has Maddie do it like the way Frank ordered people to kill his enemies. Doesn't do it himself, just hires his enemies to do it.
So, what now?
Yeah, Mel wasn't exactly innocent in this either.
Oh! Oh?
Well, yes.
That is quite a serious offense, though, shooting a cop.
But what about Ernie?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well done, mate. You got a job. You get to work with the guy who killed your boss.
It beats dying.
Yeah, take a swig.
He got lucky. So lucky. Hey, Elvira! So, Elvira, about, you know,
About your husband.
he's no longer a factor, shall we say?
He went to Europe.
Yes. She takes stuff very casually, all things considered.
She did just wake up.
So, I. So, what's her reaction figuring out that her husband is probably no more?
Meh.
Okay, then.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was a slime ball.
Huh. Jeez, while we're at it, why don't you go ahead and get married now that he's dead?
The world is yours.
Huh.
Hey, that could make a good tagline for a video game. So he stole it from Pan Am, apparently. So, with Frank out of the way, Tony now has control of his entire empire.
Well, that's quite a development. You know what this means? Time for an 80s montage!
But not that kind of montage, though, with the exercising and that. Unless you think this is weightlifting or something.
Huh. Ah, Universal Studios.
And hey, Gina's got her own beauty salon.
How nice. Ah, that was nice. Also, Manny, be careful with those glances you steal. Your life could depend on it.
How am I going to fit all this money in my vault?
Aw, how nice. They did get married after all. Look at that. Manny is his best man, and Gina was the bridesmaid.
So, man, don't go. Tony's right in front of you.
Okay, just have to ask, is the danger a turn on?
I mean, it's your own business, but that could end up backfiring on you, man.
Immensely. Also, look at that!
Yeah.
Also, look at that. Elvira, who hated him at first, did end up loving him after all. Oh, and he got a tiger, too! How nice.
On a leash, though. Let's not go crazy here.
Oh, grandiose paintings of himself.
Yeah.
Someone's enjoying the high life, I see.
Yes. For now.
Yes, for now. He has a point. The IRS is people you do not mess with. Even Joker knows.
Joker doesn't want to do it. Yeah.
I know, right? Like, he's crazy enough to take on Batman, but the IRS?
Not touching that.
Yeah. Dang. Hey, Dwebs, you missed the bit about the IRS.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've seen this movie before. Yeah, I reckon it's up to this point of the movie that those who idolize the soul because Tony gets all the money and the fame and the women, this is when he turn it off, thinking, hey, that's how it ends.
Uh-huh. I guess they didn't realize that there's still a whole third of movie left.
Yeah. A whole hour.
Yeah. Must be hard to find someone to trust in this game, Tony.
Everyone is after you, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a really big cable.
Hmm.
You might
And
want
yeah,
to look at it though.
Yeah.
and yeah, all the money and all that stuff. It's starting to make Tony a bit paranoid.
Well, we've already seen more than a hint of paranoia from him.
But now that he's at the top, or at least what he perceives to be the top, there could be some people looking to knock him off.
I mean, you've only been there a couple of years at least, Tony. They said 75. Is that what capitalism is?
No, but some people perceive it that way.
Mm.
Okay, she's got a bit of a drug problem, it seems.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for Tony, is it?
He has a business.
Hmm.
Yeah, you said fuck so many times you could make a DVD special feature of how many times you say it.
Huh.
You actually did, by the way.
I was about to ask because that was a very specific statement.
Oh! Oh, we're at that part of our relationship now, comparing me to your ex.
So has he found out about his sister yet?
Nope. I'm sure he'll take it wonderfully when he finds out about that.
But you said we could, but you,
Don't die.
Right. Oh my. Right. Oh, a date, eh? Hmm. You had some help.
A bit.
You could be less of a dick about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just got the money and now it's going in your head.
Just like it kinda did with Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! Interesting mentioning Marlon Brando. You know, come to think about it, Tony, you look like Marlon Brando's son from The Godfather, eh?
That's what I'm wondering. Was Marlon Brando doing anything noteworthy after Superman?
I wonder, let me check. Well, I guess he was technically in Superman 2.
Which one, though?
I think it was both versions. Let's see.
Ah,
He was in the Godfather video game, although that was sort of posthumous. Let's see. Superman. Let's see. After Superman in 1978, he was in Rayoni, Apocalypse Now, The Formula, A Dry White Season, The Freshman.
where did the number 12 on that clock go?
Good question.
Yeah, whenever I think of Brando, I mostly think of The Godfather and Superman. I'm sure he's in a lot of other stuff as well. I can't really.
His last one was The Score. Well, unless you count Superman Returns, which used archive footage. Camera.
Yeah, Seidel Baum is an undercover cop. Nothing, eh? He's just recorded you.
Hmm.
Well, Tony, considering everything, 3 years is pretty great.
Hmm.
Pretty generous considering what you've done.
But yeah, his experiences in Cuban jails is not exactly helping.
Hmm. Oh.
This is true.
Yes.
Yeah, good luck with that. Don't think claiming entrapment's gonna help.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, hang on. So in spite of being arrested, Tony's allowed to fly to Bolivia.
He probably posted bail.
I mean, well, Frank was involved in all sorts of indictments, and he couldn't go to.
Well, I
He
think at the
couldn't go. He couldn't leave the country, and yet Tony's on tax evasion, and he's allowed to go off country.
he must have just the money for it.
The contacts, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Well, he clearly does.
So yeah, how the hell is Tony gonna get out of this one?
Good question.
Yes, hello.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's an understatement. You've got a problem.
Just a bit.
Considering what you're being charged with, 3 years isn't so bad.
Yeah, but we can make it no years.
Yeah, see, the worst you'll have to do is pay a bit of money.
Hmm.
I mean, you've been doing that anyway throughout the second half of the movie, so that's nothing new.
All you need to do is solve a problem for me in return. Of course, he has a TV hidden in the painting.
Ah,
Ah.
Hmm.
And he doesn't look all too happy right now.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
So yeah, this guy's influence could end up screwing all of them over.
Hmm. Waste management. Got it.
So why not just have Tony do it? If he's not good at English, he doesn't know his way around.
Well, it would probably be best not to have Tony dirty his own hands right now, given current events. But if he were to say, guide the hand of another, well, less culpability.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you've seen better days.
I think everyone has, to be honest.
Yeah. Really?
Yep.
So he actually trusts him. Excuse me?
Well, I remember Seidelbaum, he turned out to be that cop.
Hmm. True.
Yeah. Oh yeah, smoking in restaurants.
The
That was the time.
80s.
Hmm. I think we outlawed that in the late 2000s.
– 2007.
Hmm.
Yeah, totally. You were eating octopus all the time at one point, remember?
You're not exactly clean yourself.
Uh-uh. Oh boy.
I was about to say, you really want to bring a kid into any of this?
Ugh.
Well, I mean, it wasn't so different from what you were having with Frank, but I'm guessing there's a bit of a difference between him and Tony.
Hmm. She kind of has a point. In the game of drug dealing, there are kind of only losers.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a big point about this movie. Sure, it seems like Tony's got it all, but then you start to see the consequences, especially when you go way too in over your head like Tony has.
Yep. And now she's leaving him.
And now comes the downfall, I'm guessing.
Mm. Yeah. She's gonna be gone for the rest of the movie.
Oh boy. Does she come back for the video game?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, hey, she was serious.
Hmm. Rise cometh before the fall, don't it? No, you have plenty of other problems.
Yeah. I always tell the truth, even when I lie.
Well, at least he didn't make a scene and trash the place.
Yeah. Come on, let's go.
No, he's owning it.
Yes, he is.
New York City. Okay, so we gotta kill this guy before he can spread his he can spread his quote unquote truth about Sosa and his colleagues.
Hmm. Ah, leaving a nice present for him.
Tony, Elvira's not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, yeah, kind of crossed the line with her.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Oh, there he is.
Oh. So now they include subtitles for the Spanish.
Outside the United Nations. I think they might be laying it on a bit thick there.
Guess they really want to send that message hard.
Mm-hmm.
$30.
Hmm.
What's he doing exactly? Ah,
Oh.
okay. Question:
Well.
why would you take your wife and kids to the United Nations?
Oh, now there are subs.
Like I said, I mean, now they're including the subtitles for the Spanish speaking.
Yeah, and harder
They're
than
hard
the
coded
movie.
in, yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
because this is important, the other stuff earlier was probably just minor,
I
yeah,
guess.
minor
like,
stuff.
expressions and such.
So,
Yeah, in spite of Tony's dodginess, one code that he has is that he doesn't kill women and children.
oh boy, so you just keep getting yourself down deeper and deeper, don't you, Tony?
Considering the way he treated his sister and his now ex, I'm kind of surprised he has the no killing women policy.
Well, no killing women and children, you know.
Well, like, let alone the children.
Well, he is a guy who does want to have kids himself. I can imagine him, not wanting to do a kid in. I know, it's one of those weird standards, but one that you kind of get. Like, children are supposed to be the innocent things that a lot of evil has standards about.
It's like, yeah, it's like we won't kill the children, but we'll kill the father in front of them. I mean, that works.
Hmm.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to go to the special car wash if you know what I mean.
Soza's not going to like that.
And now everyone's just awkwardly in the back of the car.
Let's see, about 29 minutes left to film. I'm sure this will go well.
Also, Gina's gone.
Manny's gone and Gina's gone.
How about that? I'm sure she's gonna look forward to hearing that.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Elvie's not gonna call you, Tony. Get over it. You're worse than that. You're worse than that guy out of 5 centimeters per second.
At least he finally got the hint.
I mean, he never fully got over it, but he got the hint. Yeah, I'm coming over, don't worry.
Huh. Yes.
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement. Have to cancel his contract. Some Alberto's.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to help you or not? Yeah, this is the point of the movie where things are starting to fall apart for Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Or more so than the past 10 minutes.
Let's see, his wife left him. Sosa's probably not happy with him.
Slowly declining, and now everything's about to careen off a cliff, probably.
Mm-hmm.
He's slowly losing his mind.
And he may be getting high off his own supply.
That's always a good idea, right?
Hmm.
Again, working in a food truck doesn't seem so bad, huh?
Oh boy. Oh, this is awkward.
Well, you, may wanna run? In the other direction.
Nah, she loved him that much, it seems. Like many gangster romances, it ends in tragedy.
Mm-hmm. Probably don't expect it to be at the hands of your own relative, though.
Yeah. Oh, they just got married and they were gonna surprise him.
It's a surprise!
Wow. Oh, damn, that is legit depressing.
Yeah.
And she probably wants to kill you now.
And by the looks of things, he actually might regret it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder if things had just been a little better, he maybe wouldn't have reacted that way, considering how heated the moment and, well, how literally everything was going wrong for him.
Like this.
Oh boy.
There's there's a hit squad. Do you wonder who sent them? You know, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't just take him back to her mum. Take her back to her mum's.
Well, that's what I expected.
I guess to be fair, they wanted to take her someplace safe, like absolutely locked down, all things considered.
Yeah, about that.
Shoot, I don't remember if it was this tragic in the 32 version. Yeah, good luck trying to work things out with your sis.
And Tony doesn't notice that bit just behind him there.
Or maybe he does know and he just, wants to get it over with.
We'll see.
Ooh, war.
They did mention this earlier, so
Yeah, I know. It's just a bit of an interesting reaction. One minute you're taking your sister back after killing her lover and your best friend, and now war with Sosa.
Look at you. At the top, but in some ways you've hit rock bottom.
Yeah, we'll take care of the house.
Figures in his one bout of lax, he doesn't notice.
Well, then again, also, in this case, Manny did run off on his duties. Tony left him in charge, and he's supposed to be in charge of security.
Like, I get you want to surprise your friend, dude, but, really was not the best time to do it.
This will go well.
Well, maybe things can just calm down now.
get some fresh air.
Yeah.
And now you're checking your screen.
He's gone back to being paranoid again.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Name his stash. This stash is from one garden. This stash is from the other. Yeah. Now he's regretting what he did.
Again. Or maybe this is the first time he's doing it and I was just misreading it earlier.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
It's a little too late.
Huh. Al Pacino.
Yeah.
An Al Pacino character feeling regret for killing someone who was like a brother to him.
I gotta say, these guys are really efficient. They must have been watching the house for a while.
Silent and deadly. Maybe they were a part of that cable company who was spending 3 days setting up the cable.
Well, I mean, that was before Sosa got angry at Tony.
True, yeah, but who knows? Maybe Sosa was setting up the board just in case.
Yeah, just in case Tony fails to do what I tell him to do.
I think you've had enough, Tony.
No, that's not gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna be good for you, mate. Oh.
Oh boy.
This is gonna go well. I do love this really dark reprise of Gina's theme. Well, it's also the theme for Elvira as well, but... So yeah, Elvira's also gone off the deep end.
Elvira?
Just a bit.
Gina, what are you doing?
No, 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 no.
He's had enough coke. Oh, thank God. Even when coked out of his mind, he's still pointing this out for the crazy stuff it is. Oh. Okay. You are
Yeah,
sending
even
me...
coked out of his mind, he looked disgusted by that.
You're sending me very mixed messages, Gina.
Yeah. You know, if he'd have left it, he probably could have got the job. Gina would have probably done his job for him.
Hmm. So his sister died.
Well, he's definitely dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all
colors
like-
plum, guys, come on.
Leave, 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 leave.
Come on, vamonos. I think that's how you say it.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. Yeah. Ah.
She's dead, my dude.
Oh
The
snap!
skull.
Looks like the
There's the skull.
Terminator.
By the way, his nickname is the Skull.
Huh. Yes, I'm sure she'll get up from that.
Yeah, being shot like 60 times. I'm sure she'll be.
I know you're mourning, but that's an awkward place to put your head.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm sure she forgives you from the afterlife.
Oh, she's gonna haunt him forever.
I will haunt your nightmares, Tony. How nice. Someone left a rope for me to climb up.
Seriously, that guy looks like he's cosplaying as Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Terminator.
I think this came out the year before Terminator, actually.
Huh.
Don't eat shit! Ah.
He literally didn't hear any of that. Or
Well, now he has. Okay.
was
Now
he
he's gonna
really
spring
that
into action.
spaced out?
Now he's gonna spring into action.
Oh boy, he's about to say the line. Oh!
But yeah, though, please get off your sister.
Yeah.
The last thing you need to do is prove her right, considering how crazy she was.
Hmm.
I thought him still continuing to sit there was him just kind of accepting death at that point, but
Yeah.
I wonder.
Now he's gonna take a stand.
hmm. Yep, there it is. We
He
can all go
said it,
home now.
There we
yes.
go.
It's the end of the movie, but we could go home anyway.
You know, a lot
Yeah,
of
but
people...
there's still quite a few minutes left though, Shuri.
You know, I always love when more kid-friendly films quote iconic lines, except when you think about it, some of those lines come from pretty screwed up times in the actual movies they're based on. Like,
Yeah,
sure,
this
yeah.
is a very grim and depressing scenario here. Like,
Yeah.
And yet so much more kid-friendly ones quote this one, and it's so funny to think about where it comes from in context.
Ow. I gotta say,
It's
for
just
going 1 on 20, he's doing a pretty good job.
He's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger before Arnold Schwarzenegger.
there's a lot of references in kids' media that's just like from very screwed up places, but the kids are just none the wiser, and that's great.
I know, right? It's beautiful.
It's like you look back on some things when you're older, and it's like, wait, that's where that was from?
And I'm like, really? That's the context? Like, consider this. He's saying this after he accidentally killed his best friend, and then his sister tried to make the moves on him while shooting him, only to get shot dead herself, and all his other friends were killed in cold blood, and now he's taking a one last stand before what'll probably be his untimely demise. Huh.
You left the window open, didn't you?
He's doing a pretty good job, all things considered, but... Oh.
Yeah, but I think pretty soon...
He's still standing.
Adrenaline, I guess?
Nope. There you go.
You have been terminated. The world is yours.
Well... And so, there we are.
Yep, that's the end. Well, sort of yes and no. Okay, folks, you may remember how at the start of the film I mentioned the video game and how it's sort of a sequel to the movie. Well, here's where that comes into play. Believe it or not, the video game is sort of a pseudo-sequel to this. What do I mean by that? Well, believe it or not, it's a continuation of a story. It basically goes into a, what if Tony actually survived all this? That's right, Shiroi, in the video game it turns out Tony actually took all this stuff like a champ, and it just made him all the more pissed off, and he comes back for vengeance against Sosa and company.
Huh.
Yep, and believe it or not, they treat it like it because pretty much every actor except for Al Pacino, who has a character returning for the video game, came back to voice the lines and whatnot. And hell, even Al Pacino himself did find a good sound alike. So, yeah, for those of you a bit saddened by this ending, you can play the video game where Tony survives and gets his revenge on Sosa. Unfortunately, Manny and Gina are still dead, though.
Well, if it's a continuation, that makes sense.
So, yeah, like I mentioned before, this movie, when it came out, at first got negative reception, but sooner or later it became a very cult hit. It made enough money as well, and well, yeah, nowadays it's looked on quite fondly. So much so that there was actually a sequel in the works here. Get this. In 2001, mind you, God, quite a bit of a gap, plans were made by hip-hop artist Cuban Link to write and star in a sequel to Scarface titled Son of Tony, which I guess would have implied that apparently Tony did have a son after all. The plans drew both praise and criticism, and after several years, Cuban Link indicated that he may no longer be involved with the project as a result of movie rights issues and creative control. That said, there is apparently a remake in the works here. In 2011, Universal announced that it is developing a new version of Scarface. The studio stated that the new film is neither a sequel nor a remake, even though the subtitle refers to it as a remake, but it will take elements from both this version and its 1932 predecessor, including the basic premise, a man who becomes kingpin in his quest for the American dream. Martin Bregman, who produced the 1983 remake, would produce this version also, with a screenplay by David Ayer and David Yates, of all people, in talks to direct the film. That said, by March 24th, 2014, The Wrap reported that Pablo Larraín was in negotiations to direct the film along with Paul Atanasio to write the script. The film's update would be an original story set in modern-day Los Angeles that follows a Mexican immigrant's rise in the criminal underworld as he strives for the American dream. Jonathan Herman was set in March 2015 to rewrite both drafts of the script. Then, in August 10th of 2016, Deadline Hollywood reported that Antonio Fuqua was in talks to direct the film. On September 28, 2016, Variety reported that Terrence Winter would be penning the script for the film. And in January 2017, Fuqua left the project and Diego Luna was set to cast in the lead role. Then, in February 10th of 2017, it was announced that the film would be released in theaters on August 10th, 2018, with the film's script being written by the Coen brothers, of all people. Then, on March 30th, 2018, it was announced that Fuqua would direct the new film, with Gareth Dunnet Alacor writing the screenplay. However, on August 9th, 2018, the film had not been released in theaters as originally planned, and filming has been announced to start in October 2018. Kind of a late start. Filming would take place in Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Mexico. On May 14, 2020, it was announced that Fuqua was no longer directing, and instead, Luca Guadagnino has signed on to direct the film, with the script still being written by the Coen brothers as previously confirmed, and that's the last we've heard regarding the remake of the remake.
Yeah, okay, in terms of it being I don't mind a remake because, you can tell the story, and update it for the modern time. I mean, hell, that's what this movie did. Well, but by 1983 standards of the modern time.
Yes.
Overall, yeah, I really enjoy this movie. It's definitely my favorite of the two remakes, of the two versions. Mainly because it's a lot more memorable, got a lot more going on. Definitely, it's got more entertaining performances from the likes of Al Pacino, and all the other cast members do a good job as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's definitely very 80s, the soundtrack. But all things considered, Giorgio Moroder did a very fantastic job as the composer of the movie. You can definitely tell it was made in the 80s.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it also does show a good job of that. Well, yes, you can get the good life if you don't do a good job of it, and you make silly mistakes. Well, you get done for, don't you?
Mm-hmm. So much so that your sister goes crazy and tries to screw you while also killing you.
So yeah, that's it really.
All right, Shiroi.
All right. Well, I really enjoyed this. I haven't seen the original movie, but yeah, this was actually really enjoyable. I don't want to call it fun. I mean, there are a lot of funny moments, but at the end of the day, this is actually pretty depressing. But it's still a good movie. I mean, it doesn't feel like the runtime doesn't feel like it was too lengthy for it. No, it worked out pretty well. I can understand the critics' point of view at first regarding the violence. I mean, the swearing only kicks into high gear within the latter half or third even. But in terms of the violence, I do understand it at first, but at the same time, you know, movies like this, you should expect violence, and to this degree, because I know a lot of mobster movies, gangster movies, drug pusher movies. That's that kind of thing. They they do tend to get violent because of the territory, and this level of violence, while not common throughout the genre, is not unexpected either. So
Perhaps that
it's
was
actually fun.
perhaps that was why critics ended up reappraising this film eventually.
Potentially, yeah. Maybe it was just a bit of a shock at first, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, this kind of violence you can see in like an R-rated or, hell, a sanitized version for PG-13. Just take out the blood and boom.
Yeah, because this is a really old. Well, when did this come out?
1983.
1983.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So, I guess in a way, violence of this caliber was not much realized in film.
Yeah, they probably that explains why they had to push so much to actually get it, and like you said, still snuck out this original version anyway. Which
yeah, that's a ballsy
good for
move.
them, I guess. Yeah, I really like the music. Wasn't expected for this, but no, it's good. The acting is also really good, and yeah, I did enjoy this.
Alright then, I guess I'll give my final thoughts. Yeah, I mean, okay, I've gotten some hype for this movie. I knew about, some of the special lines and, it's where some things come from, but, oh man, what a wild ride this movie is. Like, it's interesting. It does a very good job of giving you a protagonist who you at first want to root for because he's obviously the underdog who society has not been kind to. But by the time where things start to bite him in the butt, you really start to see that he did have this coming to him. Oh, sure, yeah, it is still possible to feel sorry for him, but all the same, you do understand he had this coming to him. That said, I guess it helps that he's likable enough so that people will want to play him in Scarface, The World Is Yours. So kudos to that. But yeah, it's a movie that really does show how this side of the life, especially a life of crime, well, in the end, it truly does not pay. As cliched as it is. Everything really goes down the tubes for him at that point. And there is some genuine tragedy in him killing the guy who was pretty much a brother to him, who wanted to legit just surprise him with how happy he'd made his sister. Probably should have factored in how overprotective he was, but hey, people in love can do dumb stuff. That said, killing is arguably more dumber, especially in cold blood like that. The script is very well put out here. The pacing works just right. Stuff is foreshadowed just right, also, but never to a point where it feels like it's hitting you with an anvil on the head here and there. It's all set up pretty well here and there. He has his rise, which leads to a brutal, brutal fall, but hey, let that be a lesson to anyone thinking about trying to work it in the criminal underworld. Like, that's one way to scare him straight. That said, though, the action is good, the music is good, the casting was great, the writing was great. Yeah, this movie definitely earned its stripes, alright, I will give it that. And I'm certainly looking forward to Scarface, The World Is Yours.
When we eventually get to that, of course. But yeah, so that was Scarface 1983. I hope you enjoyed the film. We'll see you for the next remake of this movie, which will probably come in the next decade.
Oh god, that thing may actually be having more development trouble than the sequel to Enchanted is currently.
Mm-hmm. Alright, see ya.